On Saturday evening, Arsenal will be playing Brentford in a London derby at home in the Emirates Stadium. This is another huge game. I keep saying this for every single Premier League preview, but it's a huge game. We're at that point of the season where every game is essentially a must-win, and this one is no different. We need to keep pace with Man City and Liverpool, especially considering that both Man City and Liverpool are playing each other. We need to get these 3 points, because then maybe we can leapfrog one, if not both of them, if we get these 3 points. It is so crucial for us. We need to get this win. And with the fact that Brentford are a decent-ish expecting us to get a win. Yes, we played recently on Monday, but we've had some time break and we need to win this game. But after this game, we have to play Porto in the second leg, another must-win. It is crunch time now for Arsenal. We need to be winning these games, and this Brentford game is so important. So in today's video, we'll be previewing the game, talking about the potential starting 11 and how I think the game will go. So what's going on, everyone? You are listening to Gunner Central here. I hope you guys are all doing well. Please be sure to like the video, subscribe if you guys haven't already, and let's get into it. Now, coming into this game, Arsenal have handed out some real thrashings recently to other teams, beating Sheffield United 6-0, recently beaten West Ham. Premier League, we have won 7 of our last 7 games, and those games include some tough teams in Newcastle United, Liverpool. Forest away is always a tough game. West Ham away could be a tough game. Burnley away isn't always that easy. We have overcome some decent hurdles, and we are still looking very, very good, and I'm hoping we can keep this up. This Brentford game is absolutely huge. Then we play Porto on Tuesday, and then coming back from international break, we have probably the biggest game of the season, playing Man City away in the Etihad. So after this Brentford game, our next Premier League game is Man City. That's how crucial this is to get all 3 points. And again, with Man City playing Liverpool, maybe they play out a draw. We can then leapfrog both teams if we win. So if you're going to be watching the Liverpool-Man City game, pray for a draw and support a draw. Don't support either team to win. We need a draw there. Brentford, on the other hand, I've touched on this already, but they kind of looking like not great. Look, in the last 5 games, they have just 1 win, which was a 2-0 win over Wolves. And then they lost 4-1 to Liverpool, 1-0 to Man City, which, of course, losing 1-0 to Man City isn't the end of the world. They lost 4-2 to a team that we beat 6-0 in West Ham. And they most recently drew 2-2 with Chelsea, which was a fairly decent game. They sit currently 15th in the table. Yes, I know a lot of the season they haven't had Ivan Toney, but they currently sit 15th in the table, playing 27 games, 7 wins, 5 draws, and 15 losses, minus 11 goal difference for Brentford. Added onto the fact that they are coming to the Emirates Stadium to play this game, they are really the underdogs. We should be able to go in there, dominate the game, get a good win. I don't think we're going to win 6-0 again, unfortunately. I think this is going to be a much closer game. I think Brentford are a good team. They set up really well sometimes. So I don't think we're going to win 6-0, but I really don't care. Like I said in the preview to Sheffield United, at this point in time, our goal difference is looking really good. Of course, if we can get big wins to help our goal difference, that is cool, but I don't care. A win is a win. If we win by 1 goal, if we win by 10, a win is a win. That's all I care about. And coming into this game, if you look at some stats, I mean, we are ranked first in goals scored per match in the Premier League with 2.5 goals per match, which is absolutely outstanding. We have also kept the most clean sheets in the competition with 11, looking really, really good. And as for Brentford, they are ranked 11th in goals scored per match with 1.4. Yet they sit 15th in the table, which tells you something. It tells you that they concede a lot of goals, a lot of chances where we should be able to capitalize. They are ranked 12th in shots taken per match on target. Again, another stat that shows you they are good offensively, so we must be aware of that, but defensively they kind of lack a lot. And one more stat to show you how decent they are offensively is that Brentford have scored 7 goals in their last 5 games. So again, this should be a game that we should win. We should go in there, dominate the ball, and maybe win 2-0, 2-1, 3-1, something like that. But we must be very aware that they have a good attack, and if we concede an early goal to them, it's going to be a tough uphill battle for us. So we need to avoid that at all costs. Now, going on to injuries and suspensions for the game, we'll start off with Arsenal. Now, to some people, Saka is doubtful for the game, and it's understandable. He came off at halftime against Sheffield United, but I don't think Saka is not going to be playing. I think Saka will start the game. I think he's okay. Again, there's no confirmation today. Confirmation will probably come out from Arteta in the press conference, but as of right now, I kind of think Saka will be able to play. He'll be able to start because I don't think his injury is all that bad. Martinelli, on the other hand, I think his injury isn't that bad either, but I'm not expecting to see Martinelli start. maybe be on the bench or maybe not on the bench at all. So Martinelli is doubtful, Saka is doubtful, but again, I don't think Saka will be. Timber is obviously out for the game. Tomiyasu is out for the game. That's it. Partey is back. Gabby Jesus is back. Our team is basically fully fit outside of 4 injuries, which is such a good sight to see. This whole season, it feels like we've been injury riddled, and now we're starting to get full fitness in the most important time of the season. Touch wood, no more injuries. This is the team we're ready to go with. But before we move on to Brentford, one more thing is David Raya is ineligible for the game, which means Aaron Ramsdale will be playing as goalkeeper, which isn't the end of the world. He's probably one of the best backups in the Premier League. He is definitely a starting level keeper, so for him to be a backup shows you how good of a backup he is. But yeah, David Raya is out. He's ineligible for this game. This will be his last time being ineligible against Brentford, because when we obviously sign him officially, then he can play against who he wants. Now going on to injuries and suspensions for Brentford. And like we've been seeing recently, this team is pretty stacked with injuries. Hickey is going to be out. Ben Mee is going to be out, and I really rate Ben Mee as a decent, solid Premier League defender. Mbeumo is going to be out, and he's a good attacker. Pinnock is going to be out. De Silva, who I believe is an ex-Arsenal player, is going to be out. Sade and Henry are all going to be out. No, not Thierry Henry. So Brentford, to be fair, look fairly injury-riddled. Again, they come into our home ground. They are injury-riddled. We have to win this game. This is looking more and more like a good victory. Again, I don't think we're going to win 6-0, but I just don't care. As long as we win. That's all I care about. Now, going on to the starting 11 that I would play if I was in charge. Again, goalkeeper, I would probably play David Raya, but he can't, so I would play Aaron Ramsdale. I do prefer Aaron Ramsdale over David Raya, but recently I've been liking what Raya has been doing, so there's that. But obviously he can't play, so for me, in goal, Aaron Ramsdale is probably going to be one of his last games ever for Arsenal, because you'd expect him to be sold in the summer. But yeah, in goal, Aaron Ramsdale. Left back, I'd play the Polish international, someone who I've just made a video about. He's been so good recently. Jakub Kiwior, I'd be playing him at left back. Right back, I'll be playing Ben White. My 2 centre backs, there's no surprises. It's Saliba and Gabriel. My back 5 is no surprises to anyone. Now, my midfield is where we get a little bit different. I would play Jorginho in CDM. I know you could play a little more offensively against Brentford, but like I was saying, Brentford's attack is fairly good, so you don't want to really risk it. So I would play Jorginho at CDM. Then you could maybe play a Smith Rowe in midfield or something, or a Havertz in midfield. But for now, I'd play Jorginho, Declan Rice, and Martin Odegaard. And my front 3 with no Martinelli, and I'm assuming Saka will be fit for the game. I'd have Bukayo Saka at the right wing. I'd have Leandro Trossard taking Martinelli's spot at the left wing. And up top, I know Gabby Jesus is fit and he's ready to go. But no, I would play Kai Havertz. I think Kai Havertz has been a really good number 9 this season. He's not your traditional striker, but neither is Jesus. I prefer what Havertz brings to us physically. I'd have Havertz up top. Every time Havertz starts at the number 9 position, we tend to win games, so there's that as well. I'd have Gabby Jesus come off the bench, and maybe if Jesus looks really good off the bench, then he starts him against Porto. Before this game, I'm starting Kai Havertz. And if Saka, hypothetically, wouldn't be fit for the game, I'd probably then play Reiss Nelson at the right wing, which isn't a bad option, but being that Reiss Nelson never really gets minutes, I'm kind of hesitant to play him at all. But yeah, guys, that's the video. Let me know in the comments below, what starting 11 would you play for the game, and what are your predictions? Let me know in the comments below. Please be sure to smash the like button, subscribe if you guys haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one.